We're here with Kalen Etzler out of Crestview Convoy High School. So Kalen, obviously you got your AAU season taken from you within the Heat, but you slowly sort of worked yourself. They slowly sort of worked back into the playing games these past few weekends. How's that sort of gone for you? How are you feeling now that basketball a little more back?
I'm really excited about it. We got a good group of kids, like Caleb First, Miche Johnson, Luke Goody, Julian Roper, Blake Wesley, a bunch of other good players, and we play as a team and as a whole, and I like that style of basketball. So I'm just excited we get to play some games with COVID going on.
Yeah, and then obviously, I mean, you guys have a lot of just the top Midwest talent. How bad does you sort of feel knowing that you guys would have had a chance to sort of win Peach Jam, but that's what got taken from you at the same time?
Yeah, that's a big thing. Like we're a little frustrated, sad about, because with such a good team and such a good team environment as a whole, we thought we could have won Peach Jam with coaching staff we had and, like I said, the players we have. So we're a little bummed out about that, but at least we're getting a few tournaments in.
And then one guy you mentioned there was Miche, obviously. He's your other fellow commit in 2021. Before I ask you about your relationship with him, how do you think he's sort of feeling now that he's come back, and how has he looked in your eyes after coming off the injury?
Me and my family are even talking about it after the game, especially my brother and I. And my brother's like, I just hope he doesn't lose a step. And I was like, yeah. It's a little hard coming off surgery like that and sitting out so long. And he came back twice as good. I think his first step is not gone. If anything, he gained a first step, and he's looking really good. So.
I mean, obviously, you guys are the only two commits in the class. You're both from Ohio, and now you're even on the same AAU team. How is your guys' relationship, and how often are you guys just sort of in contact and continue to build your relationship?
It's gotten a lot stronger as it goes. At first, we were talking, every 2 weeks, every week, but now we talk on, every other day basis, every 2-day basis. So it's building up.
And then who are some of the guys? I mean, Ohio's really strong. Logan obviously went to Indiana, but there's Malachi still in state. There's a lot of talented guys in 2021 in your class for Ohio. Who are the guys that you're recruiting, not only in Ohio, but just really across the country that you're working hard to get in the class?
Malachi is probably number one. I'd like to get him there. Kendall Brown is another really good player that Ohio State's looking to get, and F and Reed. But those are about the three that I really stay in the most touch with.
And how often are you in contact with those guys, and what's the recent contact been like?
I just, talk to them, slide up on their Snapchat stories, try to start a conversation, or repost something on Instagram, talking to DMs, nothing too pushy, just checking every once in a while.
And of you and Miche, who do you think is the more of the outward recruiter? Is it you or him, or you guys both sort of were doing the same?
I'd say probably me, because he's kind of to himself and he has a lot going on. I'm sure he talks to Malachi every once in a while, and he has some connections, but right now I'm probably doing the most recruiting.
And then we talked about an injury with Miche. We won't, but I know to start your junior season, you had a little something you worked through. How are you feeling now that you're back and the spring's up and your junior season's over with?
Before, it's just all about knowledge, really. I was having some knee problems, and I wasn't treating my knees when I was playing. So getting in the routine of icing and taking some ibuprofen, all that is just really helping. I mean, they still hurt, and you can't really fix that. Just because of, workouts and whatnot. So, but I'm just trying to make sure they stay to the point where I can at least play a little bit. So.
And then obviously your sophomore, you guys won the state title with Javin, your brother, and then a ton of other seniors that were on the team. This year is a lot younger team, and you were really like your dad was telling me, you were really the only guy with varsity experience coming in your junior season. How did that go for you, and how did you feel like your junior season went?
I was just trying to be more of a teacher and build up for this upcoming year. We were a little above 500, which, I mean, you can't really complain about if you go a little over 500, especially coming back with, a team with a bunch of JV players. And then this year, we're just looking to get some guys from last year in the mix, and hopefully they really grew as a player over the summer. And I think we got a big shot at going pretty far from all the senior-dominated classes, graduating.
And obviously, I mean, you mentioned it, state title run, something that you want to do. but there's honors like Mr. Basketball, Gatorade Player of the Year in the state of Ohio. Are those things you think about, or is it more just team goals focused on winning the state and the rest will come?
It's definitely like a goal that you want to think about all the time, but when you're really in the heat of the moment, every school plays different style of basketball, and ours is just, get the best shot, and at the end of the game, you want to have the higher score. So, I was always taught, to play basketball in a really fundamental way, a really conservative way. So, those are still there, and hopefully I can, reach those goals, but it's not like I'm just trying to go out there and score 50 every game.
And one more thing I want to ask you about, I know something that you're really working hard at is lifting a lot more and adding muscle and adding weight. What are you weighing now, and how's that process sort of been trying to add weight?
Yeah, I just put on 4 pounds in about 2 or 3 weeks time from lifting and eating, so I'm seeing a little bit of progress. I'm about 177 right now, and I'm hoping to get up to 190 for maybe even if the season before the season can start. And by the end of my senior year, I hope I can get around 190, 195, 200 pounds. So we'll see how that goes.